What week Fields become the starter in Chicago?
Ooh. Can I just pull up that schedule quick? Because I know they're going against the
Yeah,
Rams week 1. I do think Andy Dalton will wind up being the starter.
definitely got Andy Dalton starting. Let's see. I want to pull it up too.
It would be funny if he really got lied to like that, and he was never the starter. That would be pretty messed up.
That DJ Khaled meme would be the perfect one.
Yes, and they're opening up the season on the road in LA on Sunday Night Football.
Chuck said Nagy's gonna tell Dalton to kick rocks. Fields is starting week 1.
Maybe. I think. All right. So ready? Looking at this schedule right now, I think he comes in week 5 against the Raiders. Bad team. Gonna want to.
Oh, shout out to Manny. Justin Fields gonna smoke your Raiders in his first start.
Unless they go week 4 and they want him to play against the Lions if they think they're bad also. So that could be a move. But even after that Raiders game, you got the Packers and the Bucks. So it's going to be a tough task. Maybe you might want to push him after that.
You know what? Chuck and his media savvy makes a great point. He said NBC didn't give the Bears primetime games to watch Andy Dalton. That's not a bad point.
That's a really good point. But it is week 1 though. You know, it would be nice to see Justin Fields on Thanksgiving, though. That'll bring some excitement in that Lions game for once.
That would.
In like 40 years. 12:30 on Thanksgiving.
Dick, I was going to say not week 5, but probably week 4. You definitely want to get him in before they go against the Packers. In my mind, that would make more sense to give him a chance.
I think they got a gauntlet. After week 5, it's Packers, Bucks, Niners, Steelers.
Yikes. Like, if you're going to bring him in, you can't do that, week 6, 7, or 8. It just is a bad look.
I think you're right. You're right there on that one, because that would make no sense to bring him in one game against the Raiders and then let him get destroyed. You'd want to try to
destroy by Rodgers.
Yeah, if you could start, and that's what the Giants did with Daniel Jones, was they played him against the Bucks and against Washington, so he could get his career off to 2-0, and then he could take a dump for the rest of the season against every good team that came in his way. And they could be trying to do that with Fields, especially if they're going to try to get him in against the Lions and the Bears.
Yeah,
I think that's a great question.
Speedy and Chuck made great points that the Packers are only good if Aaron Rodgers is there.
Yes.
100%. If he's there. That roster is not full of talent. I mean, that is a team that lacks talent without number 12.
That team goes as far as Aaron Rodgers takes them. We all know that.
Absolutely.
Was there a quote from Devontae Adams saying that, alluding to him not wanting to stay around if Rodgers is there?
It was vague, but it alluded to that.
Yeah.
He said he had his back 100%, which is, if I'm Devontae Adams, am I going with the Packers and Brian Gutekunst, or am I going to go with Aaron Rodgers? I think Rodgers, that might be the path to go.
I'm going to go ahead and go with Chuck on this. I'm going to go week 1. Fields beats Dalton out of camp. Wow. The talent level is just is too the talent gap is too big, too wide of a margin for me.
You think they're gonna go aggressive like that? Because I think the conservative approach is the safest one, right?
Yes, it's the safest one.
Depending on the preseason, I guess.
However, Nagy's job is on the line. They have no room for error when you look at that schedule, because then even after the bye, they have the Ravens. So you might as well put your new franchise. They traded up. They traded a lot to get Justin Fields. It's clear that he is the guy going forward. So you might as well start the season with him, especially if he beats him out of camp.
I don't disagree with it. I still am going to stick by week 4.
I'm gonna die on that hill with you. I think that's a great little spot there.
It's a good Lions, Raiders, get them started, warm them up, and then you go into the Packers, then Packers, Bucks. And also to get those snaps at that point and then play against Rodgers, and he doesn't have to win. He just has to play decent, and then going against the Bucks, you're really getting tested right there. And that could set the tone for his career.
yeah. But I'm telling you, man, what the Bears traded for him to move up, and I find it very hard to believe, given what Andy Dalton did last year with weapons in Dallas that are better than the weapons in Chicago. Yes. I find it hard for him to beat Justin Fields.
I will say again, Andy Dalton, we said this before when we were talking about Andy, he didn't get first team reps. He got thrown into that starting role and tried to do what he could no reps and just very little time to perform. Yeah, no preseason. So I'm not saying Andy Dalton is good. He was going to give you a stellar QB1 stat line.